Come in. The show's about to begin. Tonight we have, all the way from Southern California, we have Dethroned Deity. And Nico is going to be here with us. We're going to be doing a bunch of awesome stuff. And happy Father's Day to everyone watching. We're gonna get started in 2 minutes. So stay tuned. This is YenYorkCity Live here on Twitch.
Thank you. What's up, everyone?
What's up, everyone? Trying to get you guys to come in and not start before everyone's probably here. You know, it's been a really crazy week, and it's Father's Day today. So I hope you guys spend some time with your dad, or at least call them. And if you don't have your dad, at least have memories that you shared together with your dad, because dads are awesome. And today we have Nico. He's from Southern California, Dethroned Deity. Wait, am I?
Yes.
And I keep saying I'm gonna like not mess it up, so I hope I don't mess it up before the end of the stream.
You did great.
Okay. Because it's like so many different ways that people say the name, and then I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna screw it up. So
we'll play it safe. Just call him Nico.
Yeah. Well, he said that everyone calls him like Nico, or what was the other name he said that people
Dethroned?
No.
Deity?
Yeah.
Just Deity?
Or D, I think. Like I was in his stream this week, and it was like, you know, a lot of love in there, a lot of fun. And he also got a new axe that he's gonna share.
Nice. Exclusive.
Yeah. Well, no, actually he did already share it, but he put new like pickups.
Not exclusive.
So, you know, but it was it's not even, I don't think, a week old. He just got it this week, so it's gonna be fun to see him show his beautiful collection. He has a really nice collection of guitars, and they're really beautiful. I want one. So, how was your week?
Oh, quite busy. We're working on a lot of stuff. Some new things. I don't want to disclose anything, but
it's really exciting.
Just new things.
I'm trying not to overshare, but I think some of you guys know a little bit of it. But for the summer, we like to have every kind of season and changes within the season. So there's going to be a lot of new transitions and layouts.
We've been really working on getting Yen stuff ready for Anchor uploads.
Oh yeah,
and
a lot of them are going up on Anchor. We already did a bunch of them that are going to be launched out, but of course on YouTube.
Yeah, we launched last week or this past week? This week. Parthian was recently released on YouTube early, because we're trying to get a lot of the older stuff out there and have that as an archive for people to go back and listen to. So there was some that were missing, but we decided to skip a little bit just to have Parthian's podcast up, because that was a really great podcast, and we wanted to support the guys for launching their new song album, and it's amazing. So if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out on YouTube, on Yen's channel.
There. We premiered it, and then they came on. All the guys in the band came on, and then we were chatting within while we were watching. And it was so fun. It was so fun to see that. I think I want to do more of those on YouTube, like premieres.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. And then you guys can join us for the premieres on anything that's like special that we want to put out there. And, you know, we're going to do some vlogs as well and try to get some premieres on the vlogs.
A lot of stuff for the summer, too, because New York City's popping in the summer. Hopefully we'll go to some concerts. And, you know, I do a lot of IRLs, live shows, concerts, also his stuff. He has a show coming up in less than a week and a half, I think.
Just about. Yep. We got no drum streams for the next couple of weekends, because one, we're doing new stuff, and two, I got to prep for this show at the end of the month.
Yeah, it's a festival. It's like a festival, and it's in Manhattan, and it's what's the name of the place? Heaven Can Wait.
Heaven Can Wait. Yeah, something with heaven.
Heaven Can Wait.
They recently changed their name, and yeah. I don't know why, but it's.
I think whatever. Heaven Can Wait is such a rock. It's like a rocker type of thing, and it's like, yeah, highway to hell. Like, you know,
Heaven Can Wait.
Heaven Can Wait. It's like, yeah, it sounds cool. So I can't wait. I'm gonna do a little behind the scenes, but
yeah, no stream on it, because it's ticketed. Ahead. So make sure you buy your tickets so you can catch it live on their site. You can do a command. Hotel security on my channel to get the link to the tickets, because I don't have it set up on here. So
it's pretty cool. It's kind of like a stream. It's within a stream. You can chat. Can you chat there? Because I know for Arlene's
I'm not sure.
groceries.
I've never seen their layout for their streams. But if you can, great. If not, you'll be able to catch the whole show. So
yeah, it's gonna be fun. But yeah, I want to get our guest up, because it's gonna be really fun getting to know him. And he's from California, and he's down for TwitchCon. I think he's going.
He's going?
I think so. Well, let's find out.
Can we meet him?
Yeah, let's meet him right now.
I want to shake his hand.
Well, first we're gonna get to know him here on a more personal level with his guitars. He's gonna shred for us. He's an amazing shredder. You guys are gonna be like, whoa. It's got. I mean, his name is Dethroned, but like, I think there's a lot of guitarists that be like.
He's being modest off screen. He's like, nah, no.
Well, the proof is in the pudding and in his guitar skills. So you guys are gonna see. I'm excited, and I have to ask, Nico, are you ready for me?
I'm here. I'm ready.
All right, let's
Get this
do
party
it.
started.
All right, let's do it here on YenYorkCity Live. What's up? And there we go.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How's it going? First of all, thanks for having me on. This is a wonderful platform, wonderful thing you guys are doing with all of us music people here on the Twitch reverse. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to play a little song for you.
Ooh, we're going right into it.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Start it hot. Let's go.
Little slow intro. Just get us ready. I play this song a lot. And I have a question. Do you guys want to buy a fridge? There we go. That was Kirisuke Gomen from Trivium off of Shogun.
I wasn't
it's
sure.
One of my favorites to play.
I wasn't sure that last drop off. I was like, was that it? Is that this? And then it just came back in. I'm like, oh, whoa.
It's like a little tease, you know?
Yes.
That was really cool.
Also, Ray hit us.
Ray
What's up, Ray?
Martini! What's up? Welcome, readers. Welcome. Oh my God. So you guys just rated right in the beginning. So perfect timing, Ray. And of course, you guys, if you don't know Ray, in my stream, everybody coming in, welcome in. Ray was on the podcast last week, and we had so much fun with Ray. Oh my God, Ray Martini is a beast on the bass, guys, and he also is just a fantastic person and streamer. So go follow him if you're on my stream. And Raiders, we have Nico here, Dethroned
Deity.
Dethroned Deity. I was gonna, yeah, because
Deity, Nico,
yeah.
Diddy.
whatever.
Yeah, you know why? Because I know I said it wrong when Ray was here, I think, and I just gotta say I don't want to get it wrong this time. But you guys are not wrong for rating this channel because we got him here tonight, and he's a monster. You can see he's a shredder, and he's just an awesome person. And I really love to share all these podcasts with you guys so you guys can see what makes each one of them awesome, and we get to know them deeper on a deeper level, and also we get to see his gorgeous guitars. He just got this brand new guitar. Let's talk about it. Look at it. It's gorgeous. Wow, stunning.
Well, before we do, hold on. I want to say, Ray, I sent you your emote, by the way. If you got it, awesome. Enjoy it. And Nico, I got an emote for you. It's in the chat.
Okay.
It's a new hype emote. And I noticed you don't really have a hype emote. I was trying to find something that I can give you.
Oh, and then I dropped the new emotes this morning. Oh man,
did
terrible
you-
timing.
Was that a hype emote? Is there a hype in there?
There is not.
All right.
Beautiful,
Well, then you
beautiful.
got that one for you. If you have space for it. If not, put it in one of your bit emote lines
bits or
throw it in your
Discord.
Discord.
That's wonderful, man. That's awesome.
I try to make it match with your color theme there. So.
Oh, Ray needs his VIP badge.
Oh, that is
I gotta
perfect.
give Ray his VIP.
Yeah, everybody here that's been on the podcast gets a VIP. And also on, I think if you put command Ray Martini, you have all his stuff pop up too. So that stays like that forever. As long as this channel is up, everyone gets all their socials here. So it's kind of like every time you come here or you raid or whatever, it's always going to be here for everyone to see all your socials. So that's like a way of promoting you guys forever as long as this channel is here.
Chiopan!
Chiopan!
That's so awesome you guys do that. Always
Yeah.
got to give back to the people that help make your
Try. We do our
channel
best.
where it is.
Chiopang, speaking of Chiopang, she was on the podcast too. She's an amazing female drummer from Tokyo, Japan, guys. Totally hot. You guys gotta follow her if you're not following her. She's amazing. Crazy drummer.
Talented.
Yes, like chops like you don't even know. It's like amazing. So go follow Chiopang too. So, Nico, come on, give it
Yes.
up. Tell us what is that beautiful piece.
Okay, we'll start off with this guy. So, I had another blue guitar, and it was great, but it didn't quite check all the boxes, and I was at that level like, man, I kind of wish I had a different guitar. So I sold that one. If you guys remember, that was my Schecter Keith Merrow 7, the blue and purple pink one that I had, and that one sold. And then I was like, what the heck can I get? And I found this on Reverb, and it was local to me within an hour, and the guy wanted a really good price for it. So I hit him up, went and talked to him, and I show up, and this guy played it maybe an hour. He received it in February, played it not a lot at all because he had some tendonitis going on.
Oh, yeah.
And then he just sold it, and I totally lucked out. So into the technical side of things, because I'm into that. I like teaching people stuff about guitars. So this is, first off, this is a 27-inch scale. So for the distance from here to the nut. And what that helps, the longer it is, the better it holds lower tunings, the more crisp the B string sounds. And also, it's got this beautiful blue crackle finish. It is a mahogany body with a maple neck, and it's just super sexy. I changed out the pickups yesterday to the Seymour Duncan Sentient in the neck and the Nazgul bridge, and it's just the best guitar that I've ever played.
Looks smooth.
It's hauntingly perfect.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, because, I mean, it has to feel right. It has to sound right. It looks totally right.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you found your match. Do you name your guitars, by the way?
I did for a while. Like, okay, this green one I have named Nagini after, Harry Potter.
Aww.
Because well, I'll show you real quick.
She looks at me and she's like, look, a fellow nerd.
Nerd alert. No, I'm just kidding. It's cute. I like the name.
So this is Schecter's Silver Mountain line. I had it custom loaded with Fishman modern influences.
I like that.
And the paint job on this thing is called Toxic Venom.
Oh,
so I was like, that. It has to be Nagini.
Yeah.
It just has to be.
It fits.
I like it.
It's so good.
And then I think that's the only guitar that I have named right now.
Really?
Really?
Did you sell all the other ones?
No. I've sold a couple of them, definitely. Oh, I have Sally and Amelia over there. The two other Silver Mountains that I have.
And was it any reason why you named it Sally and
Amelia?
Yeah.
So Sally was after Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, okay.
It's silver and black, and it gave me a Sally vibe.
I like that.
It worked. And then Amelia, usually I try and go for like female demon lord names, and Amelia is one of the vampire elders in Underworld.
Ooh,
so that's why she got that one.
Oh, we were just talking about Underworld today. That's so funny. That's great.
My blue one that I just sold, actually, I named her Celine. It was blue and pink.
Oh, Celine got the boot though.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
What
the
up, Venom?
The only reason I got rid of that one is because it was having a neck dive issue for me. Mm-hmm. So when you're standing up with a guitar, usually you want the neck kind of up a little bit higher. It's just more comfortable to play. And that guitar wanted to just sit like this. And when you're standing up, it is just not comfortable.
Is that because of the weight, or is that the body?
So on that guitar specifically, it was because of where they placed the strap button.
Was it like towards the back?
Yeah, it was on the back of the guitar right here.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And just the way it was shaped, it just didn't work. It was a swamp ash body, so the body was really light anyway.
When you say
every time we hear swamp ash,
he always he has drummer's brain every time he hears that word.
Yeah.
You know what? Us guys deal with it, and
but drummers, not like drummers though. Drummers, they get that swamp ass, you know what I mean? And I have to hear about it. Yeah, I have to hear about it. So it's just a reaction he gets every time he hears that word.
Yeah.
Sure. That's funny.
So how did you even pick up the guitar and said, this is my instrument of choice? And if that is the only instrument that you play, when did you start playing it?
Okay, so I got my first guitar when I was 15. My dad had guitars growing up. Well, one. And I would sometimes go down there and play it and act like I was cool when I was 10 years old. And then...
shout out to Dad, because it's Father's Day, guys.
Yep. There's more on Dad coming.
Yeah, we got to talk about dads.
So I started playing his guitar, and he is super sentimental towards his, and he was like, no, you're not going to wear out my guitar. I'm going to go buy you one. And this so happened to be at the same time of like winter formal / prom season, I think, when I finally was able to get my own guitar. And I just went to my dad. I was like, hey, Dad, I know you want me to buy a guitar, and I know there's winter formal and prom and stuff coming up. Can I just like get a guitar instead of doing all those stupid dances, because I don't have anybody to go with, and I'm not into that anyway. So we went and spent like $600 on my first guitar. It was awesome.
Good choice, because those proms are a waste of money anyways. You don't even like half of the
hell yeah.
Half of the music they play is like not even stuff we're probably into anyways growing up. I know, because it was the same thing. Every year I got invited to prom, and I'm like, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to waste money on a dress.
Sitting on the side, not doing anything, watching everyone else dance to pop music, and you're like,
Yeah.
Eating snacks.
Like, I don't belong here. I wasn't necessarily super popular then anyway, so here I am.
And that's something that we were talking about. Like, usually people that get really amazing at instruments usually were if they weren't the athletes, they were the ones that were at home trying to like figure out, well, why don't I start doing something else? And then they pick up a guitar, and he picked up the drums, and then you just become really, really good at and honing your skills. So, you still win regardless. And $600 later, you spent it wisely, I think. So what was your first guitar like? What did it look like, and what was it?
I found a picture of it earlier, but I don't remember what I did with it. It was a silver and black Ibanez. It was a Guitar Center exclusive. It had whatever pickups, I don't even remember. I just know it was a mahogany body and a Les Paul looking image to it. And it was nice. It did what I needed to do
an
at the
Epiphone?
time. Yeah. Which I have an Epiphone up there. I lost my train of thought. Guitars, Ibanez.
First guitar.
Ibanez, your first guitar ever.
Yep. So I got that, and I learned a bunch of stuff on it. A lot of Maiden, a lot of Metallica, like everybody starts with.
Maiden in the background, I see.
I love that band. My first song that I learned all the way through, minus the solos, was The Four Horsemen off of Kill 'Em All. So I set the bar pretty high for myself as far as rhythms and
That's a good start. I mean, like once you nail that down, that really enhances your skill level. As opposed to learning just the basic stuff, you jump right into it, like balls deep.
Right. I wanted to go balls deep because it was like, this is a really cool rhythm. I noticed how cool it was to be able to link gallops and not gallops and simple chords, but just, wow, that's cool. And that's what I do now.
Do you did you focus a lot on lead or more rhythm?
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely more of a rhythm player. Like I can pick up a riff out of my butt, but leads, I'm stupid.
I don't think so. I think you can annihilate both of them from what I see on your stream.
You're just kind.
No,
and I'm too humble for my own good.
No. Okay, we'll meet in the middle somewhere.
I'm gonna hear you like do a riff and be like, "That's a butt riff."
Butt riff. Hey, unrelated, kind of.
Okay.
I was in a Stevie T video actually, and we were writing a gent riff, and he put words to it, and it was like, "Look at my brain, look at my pants, the house is on fire," or something. It was silly, but it was fun too.
Was that from a butt riff?
Yeah. Well, I'm not super into the whole gent thing, and I think it's slightly silly. So whenever I hear something like that, I'm like, that's kind of a butt riff. That's butt rock.
Is Iron Maiden like your like longtime favorite band, or
of all time?
Yeah, going throughout my entire life, Iron Maiden's definitely the most consistent. And that is including when you're a child before you understand that like metal is cool. Maiden was definitely it. I heard The Trooper the first time and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. I'm done.
So what would you say were your first 5 influential bands that you really got into, that you're like, I want to learn how to play this band, that band?
Playing guitar definitely was Metallica, Maiden, Slayer, some Anthrax.
Ooh, Anthrax.
Yeah.
Pretty heavy.
And
I don't hear that one that much on the podcast.
Anthrax gets they get a lot of crap because
Why do
there's
you think?
there's the big 4 of thrash metal, right? Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, and Slayer. And there's like 2 other bands that should be up there that aren't, Exodus and Testament, primarily Testament, which like metal elitist metalheads that are dicks about it think that like Testament should be up there and not Anthrax. So Anthrax gets a little bit of a hate for it.
Well, they're New York, so I'm gonna say they belong there.
I agree. I like Anthrax a lot. So
that's awesome. So you're in California. So
yes.
Have you always lived in California? Have you always lived in the West Coast?
Yes, I have. We started off like closer to LA. That's where I was born. And then like as things got more expensive, my parents just moved farther and farther out from the city. And now we're kind of in a suburb-ish that is now turning into a city because everybody's coming to California.
Yeah.
And it's growing exponentially. So that's where we're at now. We're hoping to get out of state soon because California is very, very expensive.
Yeah, a lot of people are moving out of there, and most of them went to Texas.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people going to Texas, Arizona, Utah, just anywhere else.
There's a lot of conflict with Texans. With
come here, you California people.
Because the rules and everything is like different out there, and then like you know they're coming in, and most of the Texas people are like, you can't do that. Like that's not how it works here. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are too like cool for them. I guess I don't know. Like Texans are just like like y'all stay over there with your stuff with your. Well, what's really big in California right now? Because I know like East Coast, West Coast, people hate on us because we're just awesome. But what do you think?
Honestly, I don't know what's big in California right now. I do not have my finger on the pulse of what's.
I don't go out much. I play guitar.
Like, what's the scene over there? Like, what is the most popular festivals over there right now? Because I know they have a lot of them there. Have you gone to any recently?
Actually, the only big festival that California gets, I want to say, is Aftershock, at least for like metal, for stuff that we're into. And that's way up in San Francisco, like 8 hours away. So I've never been. We get a lot of little shows, though. Definitely, we have a lot of little venues. Like In Flames is coming to a venue like 30 minutes from my house, which is insane because I don't live that close to like LA or San Diego. So for a place like that close to me to get In Flames is absolutely nuts.
Oh, that's great. That's
absolutely
awesome.
Nuts.
What was the last show that you attended to this year? Have you gone back out there and watch some shows now?
Yeah. I've been to quite a few shows. I saw Between the Buried and Me in March with my buddies. We saw maybe a month-ish ago. I had 2 nights of shows. Saturday night, I went and saw Hypocrisy, Karok Angren, and The Agonist, which The Agonist was really fun because I knew Vicky, the vocalist from Twitch. She's like rated the stream and hung out a little bit, and she's super nice.
Oh, she rated you last night, I think, right?
Yeah.
And you were a little starstruck. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah. No, she's just.
Yeah.
She's super kind, and it was weird going to a show and being like welcomed like a friend.
That's cool.
Not like, oh, we're just here to sell you a shirt. Not that that's ever the idea that these bands throw out, but sometimes it feels like that. So it was just a really awesome experience to see that. And then the day after,
and we all like kind of understand the whole like Twitch thing, how it's all about community too.
Right.
So that's always fun to see that, and then also meet in person. And TwitchCon, we were just saying before we introduced you, you're in California, so you're not that far from San Diego, and you're planning on going to TwitchCon, right? So we can all meet.
Yes, I am. I will be there. I live about an hour and a half away, so it is absolutely no problem for me to get down there, and I'm very, very excited. I almost wanted to try and like put myself out there to like play at TwitchCon, but this would be the first TwitchCon that I'm going to. I don't know enough people. I'm not at quite that level to really do that. I don't have a setup to play live or anything as much as I would like to. But it being my first time, I just wanted to go. I wanted to meet all of you guys that are hanging out with us.
Yeah,
I just wanted to meet people and network.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing is just go out there and and mingle and see and feel it out. And then you also meet a lot of the vendors. We had fun when we went.
Right.
We went in 2019. What was your favorite part of TwitchCon last time we went? It was, wow, to think it was 2019.
Yeah, I don't know. I like going into like the booths and stuff and checking out all the new stuff that they're presenting. Like there's like these gamer seats that really immerses you in like the, in the game itself. It like vibrates and heats up and it moves. It's crazy.
It gives you a massage.
Sit down on a vibrating thing. What?
Yes, yeah. You get a little tickled. And then there's like there's it's fun because like people like to kind of interact and be a part of specific things, and you group up with people, and like there's like these little mini games. We play this little card game in this table with a bunch of randoms, and it was fun kind of like having that social interaction with random people and meeting people and stuff.
You get samples.
Yeah.
You get like fed like a bunch of energy drinks, so you're already hyped up, and then that hypes you up even more.
Yeah. This is hemp
That's
energy
awesome.
drink we had, or I had.
Keto energy.
Keto, yeah.
Yeah, we're not sponsored, by the way. Okay. So yeah, it was so much fun. So I'm looking forward to meeting everyone that's down to meet. I want to get everyone that's been on the podcast that's going, and we gotta have like a class picture. We gotta like cheese it up and just be like, yeah, like we were all there, and it's gonna be so fun. I really want everyone to like just have a chance because we're coming from all over, and
Yeah.
Just keep an eye out on the Discord. So every podcast alum that we had on the podcast for the past 2-3 years, we're gonna have a section on Discord where it's just the podcasts, people that were on there, the VIPs, that we'll communicate with. So if you're if you're at TwitchCon and in the areas that we're gonna be at, we'll post it on there so you guys are alerted and you know where to find us and we can meet up and stuff.
Matt Boros, another alumni and an amazing guitarist. Oh my God, Matt, thank you for coming in. I gotta say, shout out to Matt because he was on the front page. When was it? Like
Wow.
this week. Yeah, he's doing big things. He's amazing. I always say he's like the David Gilmour of Twitch. I know.
Wow.
I know you're blushing over there in the other side in Australia. He's from Australia. Awesome.
From the
awesome
land down
shooter.
under.
Yes. Yes, I love Matt. Shout out to Matt. So we have Nico here. He's from California. So we're thinking that what was the other thing that we were gonna talk about? We were gonna talk about
Fathers.
Yes, it's Father's Day, and we gotta talk about our dads.
What's your pops doing now?
Do you do anything?
Well, right now he's playing his guitar. He has a 5150 amp like me, and he likes to get down.
Does he tune into your streams and stuff?
Actually, yes, but he's like very incognito about it.
He's a lurker.
But he supports.
Yeah, he's a
He
fat
supports.
lurker.
Yeah.
And he's like almost a little weird about it. Like he'll be like checking up on me during his lunch break and like just all the time. He gets all the notifications if I put anything on Facebook, or he just gets a notification. It's a little weird, like slightly over the top, but it's also adorable because it's like he just wants to know what I'm up to.
Yeah, he
and
keeps
spend
tracking
time
you.
with me. So it's, you know,
Your dad's
just
cool.
normal
At least
father-son
like
stuff.
he's coming in, supporting you, showing
Yeah.
up and being there and seeing what you're doing, and you guys can have conversations about your streams and whatnot. And
Definitely.
He helped you with the pickups last night, right? You were talking about how your
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah, he helped me with the pickups, and I've actually one guitar that I got. I changed pickups live on stream so that everybody could like kind of see what the hell you do, and that it's actually pretty doable if you know how to solder. My dad like was sitting there on stream with me, like helping me do it, so it was very, very cool.
does he do a lot with guitars? Like, is that like a business of his, or is it just a hobby?
No, it's just a hobby, but my dad is a very, very hands-on guy. He's an engineer like I'm studying to be, and he just always was the guy like, why am I going to pay somebody to fix something if I can sit there and try and figure it out?
Yeah.
And
A real man's man, like I say.
typically do it better.
Save you money.
So, exactly. So I just kind of adopted that. I'd always look at something like, well, this works this way. I can fix it here and do it like perfect the way I want it and not have to spend money doing it. Win-win.
I agree. I like that. I like that concept. I tend to do everything myself, and I don't like if I can't figure it out, I'll figure it out eventually.
Right.
So,
I love that.
So when did you start streaming on Twitch?
How did you discover Twitch?
So I discovered Twitch like a lot of people in the music community. I found out that this guy called Matt Heafy streamed. And I would pop in and I'd be like, this is really cool.
Trivium.
Yes, Trivium. Yeah. So I started there, and I wouldn't really tune in all that much. I knew it was a thing out there, but I didn't really go full in until the panini hit, and I was stuck at home.
Panini, I gotta use that.
The panini.
Then I was stuck at home like a lot of us, and I saw Matt doing it, and then he raided into Chainbrain and Young Gun and all the guys that are doing guitar stuff, and I was just like,
the OGs, right?
This is
OGs.
awesome. This is really cool. So that's how I found out about it, but I didn't start streaming guitar until probably 8 months after my inception or inaugural stream. I would do like Overwatch or Call of Duty because I didn't have the tech required to stream guitar in a way that I wanted at the time, because like the way I do it with a real amp, you got to have a second computer, you got to have microphones, you got to have audio interfaces, and you got to learn how to do all that. So it was overwhelming at first. So I started with the games and then just slowly incorporated guitar. And then I got help from a community member. I think he's hanging out, Zach 9255 or something like that. He's basically an audio engineer, and he helped me the very first time I played guitar, like how to EQ the microphone, how to do all of that. So this stream would not be where it is without that man.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out.
I'm very thankful for Zach for existing and helping me when I really needed it.
Oh, he's
there.
He
is.
There he goes. Yeah, those claps were for you, Zach. Yeah, it's so important when you find like amazing people like that push you forward and actually give you the support in the very beginning when you just have like one or two or just your mom and your dad watching, and then you're just like, and then there's that one person that keeps showing up and they're like, hey, just let me know, I'll help you out. And I think a lot of people's story here on Twitch is like that. It's like they meet that one person, or like for me it was Luna, and it's like these little things that build your streams, and it builds also the community to come, and it's just very natural, and that's the thing. Like if you are your authentic self and you start attracting people, they'll come because they have that it's like that relatability that they have with you,
right?
And that's really important when it comes to just streaming and showing up,
right?
And it's so fun. So Zach, you're the man.
Have you thought about doing like Rocksmith or anything like that, or do you just do regular songs that you know how to play?
So I actually do both, and I think that's where like the niche of the Deity channel is that I do have the setup to do both. I do Rocksmith a lot. I have almost 900 hours into it now, and all 900 hours have been streamed live on Twitch. I first started off, I freaking sucked. Didn't know what I was doing. I had to play songs that I already knew how to play. And that was a really good like starting point, because then I started to build relationships with people and get a couple regulars, and then I got enough kind of support to pull together to get the equipment to do the amp setup, which is what I really prefer because it sounds a lot better. It pushes me to remember how to play things instead of read the chart, which I prefer that. Oh my gosh, it's Kitten. Sorry, I got distracted. She's the one that did my emotes. She's amazing.
Oh, nice.
She did them in like a week and a half.
So those are the new ones.
Yeah, he just launched them today. He was talking about them. Let me find them.
Yes. She did them. She's great.
So does she do emotes for other streamers? It's like or is it just like exclusive? Like, did she make them for you and other streamers that we know?
Well, that's actually kind of a funny story.
And they're very
she's
cute.
she's a part of a Discord that I'm in that really helped propel my stream to the size it is now. That is known as the Legends of the Vibe. They're just a very supportive, like, they took me in when I had 300 followers.
Oh, yeah.
Like 8 months ago, or sorry, longer, over a year ago. And now, because of them pushing me to be better and to continue doing it and just fostering this community of support, like, I wouldn't have been streaming anymore if it wasn't for the people in that community. So I was watching Kitten do some art, and she was making a knife emote for her channel, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. I want one.
Mm-hmm.
A knife? Let me see.
Yeah.
You have a knife one?
No, it's for her channel.
Oh,
for her channel.
Wanted one for you, but it wasn't a knife. You didn't want a knife.
Well, it is a knife, but it's like a burial blade from Bloodborne, because all my emotes are Bloodborne based, and so is my arm.
Yeah.
Wait, I was going to talk about your arm, your tattoo.
Oh, okay. So I first started getting this little character. I don't know how well you can see it.
Oh wow, that's very detailed.
But I started getting the character here from one guy, and then he fell out, dropped off the face of the earth, and then I found another guy. And he continued the rest of it. And it's about 1.5 years, 2 years in the making.
The whole sleeve.
A lot of money.
Woo!
A lot of money. I just had the white highlights done and the red blood stains.
That top piece.
Hey, that's a good angle right there.
There you go. That's the money shot right there. So the top is different. It's a different artist than the bottom. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, but the guy that did the top like reworked the bottom. Like there's actually a moon cover up in this building that unless you like really sit there and stare at it, you would not be able to tell.
It was a big moon?
Yeah, it was a moon in the background, like absurdly huge.
Okay, because I think I see like a little bit of a shadow here, but it's like very, very blended in there.
It looks good though.
It looks amazing.
They did a great job.
That's a sick piece right there, especially the top.
See the details.
The top looks crazy. Like I love the veins.
Some serious shading too.
Yeah.
How long did that take?
Oh God. Well, the last session I went was like 6 hours, and that was literally just to do whites and the little bit of reds that are in this body. So this is Amygdala, one of the bosses in Bloodborne. Mm-hmm. This is just the Astral Clock Tower. This is a statue in the game in the Cathedral Ward. This is one of the runes that you can put like in your character sheet to help. Oh God, what is it?
Like abilities.
I forget right now, but it helps you with like an attribute. And then this is just one of the characters that you can either play or an NPC or whoever you would like it to be.
It's awesome. Looks good.
Looks amazing. I think you did really good with that tattoo. And I've seen so many of them. So many of the guests have tattoos. So definitely put a picture of it up on my Discord, because I have this one section where I try to put everybody's tattoo in there. And
gotcha.
Yeah, I love showcasing them. Also guitars. Like, so if you have tattoos and guitars, put it in the Discord, because I have a channel there.
So how many guitars do you own now? Like what's your lineup look like?
He has an amazing collection.
Right now I have 6. I have this Kiesel, which is now my new favorite. I have this SLS. It's a Schecter SLS. I have that set up to C standard so that I can do just silly stuff. This is in B flat standard so that I can do like modern trivium stuff. I have 2 other Silver Mountains over there. One is set to E standard, one is set to D standard, and then I have the Matt Heafy Epiphone that just came out. I was able to secure one.
Oh wow!
Because my Sweetwater guy is awesome.
Sweetwater guy, yeah, you were talking about him. Does he pop in your streams a lot?
What's his name? Do we know him? Do we have him on our podcast?
Is his name Eric?
No, his name is not Eric. His name is Kyle, and he is the sweetest guy ever. I was looking for a 7-string at first, the green one there, and I couldn't find anything that I really, really wanted, but I wasn't at that point where I could really like afford to have a Kiesel. and I wasn't at that point in my guitar playing where I felt that it was worth it.
I get that.
So I talked to this guy. He was like, well, Schecter just released this one, and if you want Fishman's in it, we can do the custom work in-house, and I can work with you, and we'll get it done. And I was like, well, okay. So we ended up just talking and shooting the shit for like an hour and a half on the phone. He's similar age to me, likes the same stuff, really liked that I knew what I wanted in a guitar because it made his job easier. And he quoted me an absurdly low price for that. That guitar should cost about $2,200 with the custom work that he did, and I paid roughly $14.
Instant bestie right there.
Yeah. So
He hooked it up.
He hooked it up fat. And what I do in return is anybody that's interested in gear that lives in the States, I send them his way. So it's kind of like a little quiet, little sponsorship kickback kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, if they're not already like communicating with someone on Sweetwater,
Yeah,
then
exactly.
Then you can like refer them, because like I tried to swap I guess was it
Engineers,
reps,
sales reps.
Yeah, but they said like they're zoned for a reason because they carry like specific locations. So
Right, they carry locations and they have different specializations. So the way that it works, hopefully without getting too in depth and getting myself in trouble, is there will be like a little zone or neighborhood of 5 to 6 sales guys, and I think the way it works is they have a region of the States, and each guy in that zone has a specialty. So one guy might be a pro audio. One guy might be a classical band, like brass instruments that they just started carrying. Another guy might be guitar. Another guy might be amp. Now, all of them can do all of it because they have to go through like a rigorous training program to be a Sweetwater sales engineer. But the guy I got lucky, and he's a guitar guy.
Landed gold.
Yep. I struck gold, and I took advantage, and I try and give it back to him in any way that I can.
That's great.
Because too many people will take advantage of you, and if it takes zero effort to give it back, like the love back that people show you. So I'm always very big on giving that love back.
Yeah, because everything you put out comes back. I definitely believe that. And I feel like that one of the things when you stream, it shows too. And that's what makes people come back constantly. It's like how you make them feel, how you end up that connection with your audience, right?
Right.
And the people that come in to your streams. So
Right.
What's your schedule like? Do you feel like it's a set schedule every week that people can tune in to see you?
Usually, yes. I've been doing Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific pretty religiously. And then
good.
I'll throw in sporadic streams when I can. Now, I did just start an engineering internship, so sometimes that's fluid. That's fluid based on if my brain is alive at the end of the day or not.
Yeah, that's a lot of information when you start that.
Yeah, it is.
It's amazing. It's worth it. It's very worth it. And I gotta say congratulations again, because I remember I saw that on your Instagram.
Thank you. It was a very big weight off my shoulders once I got it, and now it's just time to put the head down, do the work, and learn as much as I can. But I definitely have to balance doing that and doing the streaming, because I love doing the streaming. I love providing a safe place for people to come and hang out, and it's worth it to me to balance both of them.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So how about we run into the next song?
Next song? Okay.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see what's the next song you're thinking about. Hey, love.
I can do another Trivium song just because it's like they're a safety comfort band, because I know a lot of their stuff very well. So I'll probably do another one from them, and then we'll switch it up for the third.
I definitely want to hear an original because I've heard some originals, and I gotta say, I thought they were like real, like actual famous songs because they sound so tight, so good. So I gotta hear at least one tonight. Hopefully,
Can we end with an original? Is that possible?
Yeah, we'll end with the original that I had Mike Shreds do the solo on.
Beautiful.
So we'll end that. We're on that one. But now I'm going to play my hype song. So for a long time, this song was the song that we played when we got hype trains in the channel. Before I started getting good enough to play through the Fire and Flames for level 5s. So this is the Defiant from Trivium. I love it. It's my favorite.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Start the song before, skip forward. A few seconds of the previous song. Here we go. One more time. Oops. Shreds is in the house. Speaking of.
Can't absolve you from this fight.
go. That was the Defiant from Trivium off of What the Deadmen Say.
Wow, that was incredible.
Badass.
Incredible.
That was one of the first songs that I learned once I started getting into Trivium, because I got that 7-string specifically to learn how to play Catastrophist, and the Defiant was the second song on the Trivium, what do you call it, roster that I wanted to learn.
Wow.
That guitar tone is nice.
Yes.
Just hearing it is like it's so good.
5150 stealth, man, and that's why I have this second PC. That's why I didn't want to do like guitar streams until I had the setup, because I'm an audiophile.
Yeah.
If I click on something and it doesn't sound good, then I just nope out of it. And like, not to be a pretentious asshole, but my ears can't handle it.
Well, I mean, audio's everything too. Like, you want to put out some good. Like, most people, when they tune in and the audio is crap, they'll leave, right?
Yeah.
If it doesn't sound like appealing and things aren't working, it's just
right.
It doesn't suit the ears, because they're listening to you either through headphones or through speakers, and they're like, I don't want to listen to this all the time. It's tiring. So putting out some good tone and good sounds is it's like butter, like honey.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Yeah.
And most people say, like, focus on audio and then focus on video. You can have a crappy video, but as long as your audio sounds amazing, then that's
right.
You can go far with that.
That's the most important part, for sure.
And I definitely did that. I was streaming off a Logitech like C290 or whatever it was after I had the second PC set up, just because I prioritized that.
So what is the setup there? I know.
What is the setup?
Yeah, like what?
Okay.
What do you got going on?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Sure
The
you
gear
wanna know?
stuff. Yes.
You were all about tech stuff. You're like, you seem like a techie guy. We could talk about tech. So let's talk about tech.
All right, let me get situated here.
You're gonna take the camera, show us around.
I actually can.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, all right. Let's get in depth with it. And also, shout out to Mike Shreds. Your boy Mike is in the chat. What's up?
You got him going now.
Mike is amazing. He's another guitarist streamer. He's from the land of Canada. He has his own band, and he collabed with me on a song. He's doing the solos. He's an absolute shredder. I know this is supposed to be like spotlighting me, but Mike is totally worth love and support.
Oh, I already follow him. So I guess it was from either a shout out or something. But yeah. Welcome in, and I gotta shout you out then, because I see that you are a streamer, and
Yen followed you, and apparently this is like the second or third time we might have heard your name, so we definitely have to check you out for sure.
Yeah, he's next on the podcast, even though I'm not involved in that.
Hey, if you're down, Mike, let's do it. Let's talk.
Okay, I already see it. You got the whole Elgato cam going on there. That's the first thing I noticed.
This is my face cam. Okay, so let me just do a quick scan. I don't have anything weird.
Yeah, don't show anything personal.
I'm good.
Let's check.
Okay,
right.
So first I'm going to walk away from the microphone, and when I do that, you're not going to be able to hear me because of reasons that I'll explain later.
Okay.
But I have my 5150 over here, and the speaker cab is covered with a towel. That way the sound doesn't totally bounce off over the place, but there's microphones under the towel, okay?
Okay. I'm just gonna give like a kind of verbal tour here. So he's walking around, he's showing the cab and a towel. That looks nice. That's a solid. That's a big cab. There's the bed.
That's where the magic happens.
That's where the magic happens.
I'm just kidding.
Then you got the wall of guitars. Ooh, that's nice. That's a nice layout.
Gorgeous.
I like it.
That silver one. Was that Amelia? No, that's Sally. That's Sally.
Sally, yeah.
I guess Sally over there.
Yeah.
Try not to give people like what do you call it? Like moving too fast.
Oh,
I can't think.
Vertigo.
Yeah. Thanks.
Nauseation.
So the guitars, when I'm streaming my amp, they plug into this pedal board.
Okay.
Down here.
Nice.
That's a temple board, Duo 24.
Nice rig.
It's very modular, very awesome. The pedals are mounted via little plates that screw on. And the signal chain is as follows. That bottom right is the tuner, and then it goes to the compressor right next to it. And then we go up to the top right to the noise suppressor. Now, that noise suppressor has a little noise loop built in, or sound loop, effects loop. And then it goes the equalizer, which is to the left of the noise suppressor. Then we have the tube screamer, and then the blue light, that's the precision drive. And then the orange knobs, that's the Wazacraft HM2. Very important for like old melodic death metal. And then we go down to this chorus, and then phaser, delay, flanger, and reverb.
Ooh, those are all my favorites right there. All of those.
They're the staple ones you need. And then it goes back to the noise suppressor. And then the cool thing about this board, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a cable coming out of that edge. All of the cables that go in and out of this board are mounted there. So then that goes to the amp, to the microphones. Okay, then the microphones and the vocal microphones go to that interface.
Personas,
it's a 4 input. Okay. Oh, and I also have a fart pedal.
Nice.
It's
Does it work?
Yes, it works way too well.
Nice.
So the 4 input goes to this PC,
Okay.
which has the DAW on it. So I have guitar left and right for the 2 microphones. Those are EQ'd and compressed. They go into a bus channel, which is then multiband compressed. And then the vocal stands alone. You can see it right now. It's the main one that's jumping up and down.
What's your DAW?
This is the Presonus Studio 1 5. And then that all sends out to the output on this interface. And then it goes to the input over here. And that's how it is sending out to you guys right now, being controlled by this PC.
Interesting.
Ooh.
It is a totally like professional level way of doing it. Very inspired from Mr. Matt Heafy, because I wanted to do it right if I was going to do it.
You're going to do it. Do the thing, you know? Do the thing right.
How does that work with Rocksmith? Because I know Rocksmith has some funky audio in and outputs and stuff that you got to set up.
It definitely does. That's why for Rocksmith, I just use I go direct into the drop pedal, which I'm sure you saw me panning around. That goes straight into the drop pedal, and then I use the Rocksmith real tone cable plugged into USB on the stream PC, and that's how that happens.
So it
simplifies
you're outputting it
it
that way. Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting. And you're bypassing the internal games, I guess, tones that you would set up on there.
No, I'm actually using the Rocksmith game tones for when I'm playing Rocksmith, because it's just easier. Like, you can't set up a microphone source in Rocksmith. You can, but it doesn't really work all that well. The easiest way to play Rocksmith, at least currently, is to just get the real tone cable plugged direct into the USB port on your computer and use the built-in. Luckily, because of all the customs forged, because Rocksmith streaming is huge, there's a lot of really talented people working on charts and tones so that we can actually get some that are usable.
Nice.
Shout out to whoever made the Colma charts, because those are the tones that I use.
Yeah, I tried reinstalling it, and every time I load it up, it gives me a blue screen of death. So I stopped loading it.
Yeah, it's very finicky. Like, if you have voice meter on and stuff's routed, like, complicated, it'll totally mess up with your Rocksmith software, and it's just unfortunate.
Yeah, it just kills my PC, so I uninstalled, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, it's a nice setup, dude. I like it.
Very nice.
Your PC, where'd you get that? What brand is it, or is it custom built?
I built both of these. The mainstream PC has an 10th gen i7 overclocked to 5.2. It has a 3060 Ti I have the Elgato like 4K capture for that camera. It's got 32 gigs of RAM. It is a freaking monster. And then I also have the audio PC, which is a 11th gen i5 with 16 gigs of RAM because I'm not really doing anything on it other than the DAW. And that has my old 2070 old.
Do you record off of it?
I can. Usually I use, so everything you saw in the DAW and what you guys hear for the songs, I will open a DAW on this PC and record that way. That way I don't have to, like, it's basically mastering before you like build your song. It's kind of like convoluted a little bit, but I prefer having it separate. That way I can tweak this here and nothing happens here.
Mm. So yeah, you're getting your final tones on the main computer, and then the second one is just to amplify it and have it pre-EQ'd.
Correct.
Very nice.
Exactly.
I like it.
That's how I did the original that I did with Mike.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about you, Mike. Was your ears buzzing? Because we were talking about the collab you guys did. How did that even happen? Yes. Did you guys like just talk about it through having each other in your streams or through friends?
Funny enough, I've never actually sat and had a conversation with Mike. We just hang out in each other's streams and give each other shit a little bit.
I don't know yet, but we're gonna make music together.
I mean, that's the way the best friendships start, right?
Yeah. He was hanging out one time and he was like, "That sounds kind of cool. Like, send me that." Okay. I sent him the guitar profile, and then he added a little snippet onto the end and was like, "We can do a solo over this." Ooh. Okay. And by we, you mean you, right? Because you're the one that can do the...
You can shred. I'll do the rhythm. You shred.
Yeah. He can do the wee leadies. And he did, and it's freaking amazing. It's great. The best thing I've ever written, for sure.
That's true. We've never actually, like, talked in real life. So why aren't you guys like talking at night?
You don't need to talk. You talk through your music.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, no, on Discord, like you guys just, it's like you talk in music terms.
Yeah. Well, no cap, Mike is absolutely terrible at getting back on Discord. Like, I can send him something and then 5 days later I'll get a response and then it won't even be related. So we just... I know that I can get a response from him real time in his stream because he is a very dedicated like to his stream right now, and he's actually got a blowing up YouTube channel. So that's where his attention is streaming and doing stuff for his YouTube, and then writing music for his band, which is called Blood Moon Collective. Some of the most insane music I've ever heard.
I love that name. I gotta check you guys out. Then Blood Moon Collective.
Blood Moon Collective. Yep.
I like that. I'll give you my input to this criticism in 4 to 5 business days.
See, he knows it too, so he can't get mad.
He owns up to it. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. We all know how it is, especially as streamers and with lives and everything going on behind the scenes. So, you know, we all understand. I think as streamers, we all kind of know how it is. So it's like, it's fine. Right. Yeah.
4 to 5 business days. It's too late, Mike. Too late. I already figured it out. Drums are done. We programmed it. Too late.
It's funny because I programmed the drums for the song that we did.
Nice. What do you use for your drums?
I'll do it within PreSonus Studio One, but it's a plugin, I believe, called the Get Good Drummer, like modern metal.
That's what a lot of metal tracks are being used for, like the Get Good drums, because they're solid. They're solid tones.
They're so good. And then once you learn how to compress stuff right, and you compress the drum track, it's night and day different. Mm-hmm. It's so good.
I just picked up the Superior Drummer 3.
Oh, okay.
And like I'm still trying to figure that out. There's a lot involved in that.
Yeah.
If you guys don't
music
know,
and audio is not the easiest thing for sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information out there. It's very overwhelming. And unless you have somebody that can like take my hand, let's fly together, you're just screwed.
YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube forever.
Yeah, definitely.
So is guitar like the only instrument that you say that you play like professionally, like the way you play when you stream? Do you stream anything else?
I don't stream anything else because guitar is the thing that works. I don't think I'm necessarily entertaining to watch when I'm playing games because I'll either get too focused into the game and not pay attention, or I'll just I don't know. It's a weird thing for me. I prefer playing guitar. I'm most comfortable with the guitar in my hands. I feel like I can just talk and communicate and be weird more comfortably with a guitar. But that being said, I did play drums for a few years when we were in our older house. We had a garage set up. I had my half stack. My friends would come over. We'd kind of play songs and stuff. That was a very fun time.
What kind of drum set did you have?
It was some piece of shit we picked up on Craigslist that I put Aquarian heads on because I thought that would make it sound better. But
that's
it
cool.
did the job. We had fun. And that's what it was about.
And your dad was
time.
totally cool with you having drums in the house. So that's the main thing, because I think that's,
Yeah.
as drummers, it's always like, okay, if your parents are cool with you having a drum set in the house, then more props to your parents. And your dad, like you said, plays guitar too. So
Yeah.
he's understanding.
Yeah, my dad plays guitar, and my mom just deals with it because she, she's a mom. She loves me, and she's like, that's what he's into. So, all right, I got to deal with it. Now, if my dad was making all that noise, the house would be exploded. But because it's me, it's okay.
What kind of music is your dad like?
Yeah, shout out to dads on Father's
He's
Day.
into all the dad rock, Ted Nugent, fucking Def Leppard.
He's like, I'm a little disappointed in this.
Yeah, literally just all the boomer dad rock. Scorpions. He likes Maiden. He's slowly getting into Trivium. I actually walked out to the garage the other day to clean my dirt bike to prepare for yesterday, and he was like, Behemoth was on.
What?
I about shit my pants.
Okay, I did not expect that. Right when you walked in.
I literally, I should have worn brown pants going out because I was like, what? My dad is listening to Behemoth?
Man. Oh my god. Ew. No, he needs the fart machine.
Yeah, a little fart tone.
Yeah,
Throw that in there.
the fart pedal. Maybe we'll play with that for like 2 minutes, before end of stream. It's
So,
ridiculous.
How did your dad come across Behemoth? Is it just like random? Like you come in, he was like, yeah, I just found this band. They sound really good.
Well, I've talked about seeing them because I've seen Behemoth like 3 times, so he was kind of familiar with them because I've seen them. And then he finally listened to me and got Spotify. So he's started to use Spotify.
Dad casually playing the satanic.
The Satanist, oh my gosh.
Oh man.
He was listening to Of Fire in the Void. That's the song that was on.
At first glance, I thought he said Santana.
Santana.
That would be your dad.
My dad does like Santana,
Yeah,
for sure.
That would be his dad. His dad had a lot of Santana growing up in the
Yeah,
background.
my dad's a guitarist, but he does like the same thing, like boomer rock, Spanish music. He likes simple, fun, grooving stuff.
Right. It takes a certain kind of someone to play the technical metal.
Yeah, I'll show him some technical stuff. He's like, oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. That's nice, son.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I think dads are really influential with music. At least growing up for me, I thank God that my dad had great taste in music, because he had a variety. I mean, he's a rocker at heart, metalhead at heart, but he had like a lot of other stuff too, like the jazz stuff, like the like the Frank Sinatra, they like a lot of the stuff that I guess boomer dads listen to is a mixture of a lot of stuff. So I appreciate it because I think it molded us into being the type of people that could have an open mind to different genres. you know. So there's little elements in a lot of the music. Plus, a lot of the rock stars now are not like the ones that they grew up with. You know, it's like very different. And I feel there has to be a new. I don't know. I feel like the genres now, I think they need to start changing and morphing into something else. Because when we were growing up, it was like, what was the main genre that you had playing in the background?
Growing up? I mean, I'm different. I'm like a weird breed of musicians. Like, I don't listen to like the mainstream stuff. So I never had like radio or anything like that running in the background. I'm always listening to stuff that I've downloaded from like Euro prog metal and just, you know, just straight up prog metal. Never anything like mainstream, you know. That's where at any random time my parents throw on something on the radio, it's like, you know, hard rock stuff or like the classic rock stations. But that's I don't know what the mainstream stuff was at the time growing up.
That's how I am, man. I want nothing to do with it. My sister's into it. She's into, like, she'll go to fucking New York to see Justin Bieber or all that shit, and I'm just like, how are you, my sister?
Stuff. Yeah, the pop
Who
stuff.
are you?
No, but really, my sister's wonderful. She's amazing. I love that stupid girl. She's wonderful.
Aww.
Well, I mean,
She actually likes Between the Buried and Me. I showed her Coma Ecliptic, and she was like, "This is awesome." So, I mean,
it's
maybe
like you're
there's
like,
hope.
there's still hope. There's still hope in there.
I mean, like, you know, someone's got to be the black sheep of the family, right?
No, but it's us.
Yeah.
It's
We're-
us.
we're the black
It's
sheep.
completely us, though.
My brothers are into like rap and hip hop stuff, and I'm like, all right, dude.
I was always the cousin that got everyone into like the real heavy stuff. You know,
Yeah.
so I was always the black sheep, but I was like, no, but I mean, I have to like convert them somehow, you know, and I would get them to like something. So, you know, that's a start. As long as it's experimental and it's, you know, it's something that maybe you can interest them. Like in a lot of the streams, I feel like that's how you find new music, through streamers that probably introduce you to new music or bands that you've never heard of. Have you experienced that? Because I have, with a lot of streamers, that there's a band that I've never heard of, and I'm like, oh, now I got to go down the rabbit hole of this band.
Yeah, I definitely have. I've been that streamer for a few people, hanging out, just listening to Rocksmith requests, which I do love doing. I don't always get a lot of them, but when I do, it's wonderful. And sometimes people will come in and be like, play me your favorite thing. Okay, cool, no problem.
That's me.
And then,
That's totally me.
Yeah.
and then I will turn that around and be like, well, what's your favorite thing? Like, what do you listen to? And sometimes there's people that aren't into metal at all that just come by, whether it be from a raid or like a mutual, somebody like, hey, this guy's playing guitar. Like, it looks like he knows what he's doing. Come hang out. And he's kind of funny. And they will tell me, oh, well, I'm into pop punk, say. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'll play you a pop punk song. And then I'll play you this other song that's slightly more metal, but still has pop punk elements or whatever that genre is. And then they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm like, okay, so if you like this, then you also will like this because it has the same elements of that. And you can kind of gateway somebody in, like, slowly getting them into metal. Because a lot of people, like, don't understand that aspect. Like, you can't just take somebody that listened to Paramore and show them Lorna Shore and have that work.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen. So I feel like because of that, some people don't necessarily get into metal because they didn't have somebody like that knew how to guide them into it.
So here's a question. Speaking of, you know, a band that you mentioned, is there music or a band or anything that you did like will not touch or play?
Yeah, that you're like, this is it. I'm not gonna play this. I'm sorry. You go to another streamer that plays that kind
This
of
song is banned on my stream. Get out of
Yes.
we always ask everyone that.
There is.
here. Okay.
Baby metal, I will not play.
Oh, you're a baby
no!
metal.
Not because I don't like them,
No,
but
it's okay. It's okay.
like one person for like probably 2 months
they
frequented my
burned
stream,
it out on you.
and all they fucking requested was baby metal.
They
Literally
killed it.
everything. And I was like, I can't handle this voice, dude. Like, it's just that perfect pitch, and it rings in my brain and rattles my insides, and I'm just like, nope. Also, Korn, I'm sorry, I will not play Korn, partly because the charts are absolutely atrocious, and I had somebody that was being an absolute asshole because I said that I didn't understand the Korn like craze, and that's literally all I said, and he took this thing up the ass and wrote me like was being a dick in chat, and then a couple hours later he like whispered me on Twitch this whole like paragraph, and now it's a command in my chat.
Oh
like,
man,
exclamation Korn. Like I don't even remember what it is, but it was stupid, and I was like, is this guy fucking for real?
He was a Korn kid, you know. He was passionate about it, you know. He was like, you're tearing me down, man.
Right.
Raid!
got a
What's
raid.
up? It's CP Drums. What's up? Yay! Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Thank you so much for raiding CP Drums.
CP Drums, another drummer here on Twitch, hailing from Canada.
The land of the Canada.
The awesome people from Canada. So CP Drums is a drummer here, and you guys, if you're not following him, please give him a follow. He's amazing. He's a sweetheart. Killer drummer, and he's also been on the podcast, and we love him here. And today we have Nico here. He's from California, and he's pretty much just telling us what makes him awesome. So right now, I think for the raid we should have another song. I actually want to hear an original.
We're gonna do an extra song for the stream.
Yeah. I think because we want to hear an original, because I mean, okay. I think that, well, no, we said we still have Mike Shreds here. We were gonna do the Mike Shreds, and then we're gonna end with the original, right?
Wasn't that the original?
Well, that is an original, yes.
All right, so I guess that's what we're gonna do, or we're gonna do another.
That's up to him if he has it. So
it's up to you.
I have it, but it's not on Spotify, so we'd have to kind of change that aspect of it.
We don't want to do that.
Yeah, no.
We want to keep everything on Spotify. Wait, do you have original stuff on Spotify?
I don't. Mike does, but I do not.
Oh, okay.
So what's the song that we're gonna do then? We're gonna do another song, right, for the raid?
Sure. Let's.
What's your raid song?
Usually a Raiders request.
Ah. So what do you guys think? Like, okay, let's talk to Nico. He has. I'll let you choose, Nico.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at my guitars. I don't want to just only play Trivium, so I have it. Let me get Sally.
Sally, all right. Let's go get Sally while we get ready for the next song. And thank you guys so much. We love having these podcasts because they showcase all the awesome streamers here, the musicians here on Twitch. And if you guys are not following Nico, he's amazing. And what else? Let's see who else came in. Hey, Rose. Hey, Noises. Thanks for being here, Shadow. And CP, thanks again for that raid. Thanks for the follow, guys. Thanks so much. So yeah, happy Father's Day again for everyone that is sharing it with their dad. Dads are awesome. And all our dads are like rocker dads too.
Did you guys do anything fun with your fathers today? Did you go out, have any dinner?
I had a lovely dinner last night with my dad, and it was so awesome. We went to Hudson Yards. It's in Manhattan, and it's where the Edge is, that building that we went that showcases the whole city. It's gorgeous.
It's a really nice building. If you guys are in New York, definitely come out and check that out there. You get to see the whole overview. It's probably really nice during the day. It's nice at night too, because you see all the lights and stuff coming out of the city. Gorgeous.
CP just finished 80s night. Oh my god, it was hype. I can imagine 80s music. Oh man,
sounds funky.
I love a good theme stream. I gotta ask Nico if he has any theme streams planned. Amazing shredder, guys. You guys are gonna
Sorry
see.
about that. I think my brother used my guitar and it was in a different tuning, so I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Don't worry. We were entertaining ourselves here, talking about dads and talking about what everybody did for Father's Day. So no worries. We got you, Nico. Ooh, Sally sounds sexy. Sexy Sally.
Good. Fishman's, man.
Oh.
All right. Let me pull up the song here. We're going to feel like we're back in middle school. No matter how old you are, this song has middle school vibes.
Okay.
We love playing it. All the ladies love it. All the guys love it. It's just a good song. You'll know it in about 2 seconds. Oops. Here we go.
The music is like bidding out.
Yeah. I thought it was my headset or something. Was that
the music? The music was like cutting in and out while you were playing. Like just at that second chorus, it started to really like cut in and out. I don't think it could be the capture. When you
like on Zoom,
the video capture of the
fuck, man.
If you want to recapture that and see if that fixes it.
Okay.
It was sounding so beautiful, and then that happened.
Man, that sucks.
It's okay. Do over.
It's all good. It's live.
It's live.
Doing it live.
This is
We always
live,
have
guys.
issues, right?
This is live, and that's why it's awesome.
It was great though, nonetheless.
Yeah.
It sounded amazing. Like your voice, just the audio of your voice and the guitar is fine. So it's just the capture of the song.
It's just the capture. Okay. Yeah. We'll re-share that here. Spotify, share sound, share.
All right, so now I gotta unpin this.
At least it just shows the Spotify window.
Yeah. All right, there we go.
That'll be, good to go. I'll back it up a little bit, and hopefully I start on the right part.
All right, let's see how it sounds.
Full send.
Just left inside me, slowly fading what she hear me. If I called her name, would she hold me? If she knew my shame.
Oh, pause. All right.
Was it over?
All right, that was a little rough. I'm sorry. Sometimes that happens in a live setting. You know, things go wrong, and then shit happens.
Hey, it was good though.
That's just the way it is when you do it live.
When you do it live, baby.
Yeah, but it's good because, you know, that's the experience. That's what we all go through that, and that's just part of it. So it's
right.
The whole thing is not freaking out. It's just you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
Yep.
Push through it.
Yes.
It didn't
I
happen.
always tell when something weird happens because I always get like a what the fuck face.
The raised eyebrow, like, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Wow, that
I
was
didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, it was solid, man. I enjoyed that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So what's something that, do you want to ask any questions? And chat, if you guys have any questions for Nico, now that we have him here, okay, go ahead. Just don't make it so embarrassing, you know?
Yeah, ask away. I'm an open book. I love, you know, got guitar questions, whatever.
So is this your dream guitar? The one that you just got? And by the way, Sally is super sexy, and I love the way she sounds, everything. That was amazing.
Oh yeah, these Fishmans are amazing. Mahogany bodies with Fishmans, just awesome.
I had pants that looked like that.
Ooh, I would love to have pants like that.
It was like black with like silver. It looked like it was like foil, like print.
Yeah.
All over it. It looked just like that. Which
Did
is
they
pretty cool.
rip?
No.
Did they get a rip in the?
No, they were pretty solid.
Oh, this guitar's super pretty. I love it.
Multi-scale or straight scale? Sorry, I was just reading noises.
No, that's fine. Multi-scale, and I'll explain that in a second. Let me get that one so I can like go through the process in my brain.
And I don't even know what those terms are. I'm not a guitarist, so you're gonna have to educate me.
Well,
Drummer.
straight scale. If you see this guitar, this is a straight scale because the frets are straight up and down, and it has a uniform scale length between the bridge here and the nut up here. That is what a straight scale is. Multi-scale, as it's so aptly named, it has multiple scale lengths, and I'll show you in a second.
Okay. I'm getting educated. Does anybody else not know what multi-scale or straight scale is besides me? Because I don't want to feel left out.
Don't make Luna feel left out.
CP, do you know this? You know, drummer buddy? Because if you do, then I don't. I'm done. I can't.
Well, that's what we're here for, because Nico is educating us and telling us what it means.
So this is a multi-scale. It, as you can see, the frets are fanned.
They're slanted.
They're slanted, yes. And what that does is that gives you a varying scale length between the bottom, the heavy string, and the high string, the skinny string. And the reason that they do that is primarily for like guys that down tune a lot. These strings pull on this guitar neck up this way, and they create tension in the string. And when you down tune a string, the tension goes down and it'll feel like a noodle, like a sloppy noodle, and it won't sound right. So the multi-scale combats that because you have two options. You can either put a really fat string in order to increase tension when you are down tuning, or you can increase the scale length and you'll have an even tension. So that is the technical reason that you would have a multi-scale. The other reason is for when you're playing with, like, if you look at my hand naturally, when I'm down here, I have a little bit of a slant going that direction anyway. And then when you go up, it kind of has a natural tendency to bend this way or to be slanted. So that's the feel reason why.
Huh. And it doesn't affect the tone either, right? You don't get those like middle tones.
Not at all. It sounds really good. Wait.
And I think our last guest had a custom bass that's like that too, right? Ray?
Yeah, Ray had an exclusive customized everything. Like everything was custom on his.
That's
yeah,
pretty,
so that's
yes, Ray did. Ray has a Kiesel. So this blue crackle that I just got is a Kiesel. Somebody had to pick it. And that's why that guitar exists.
When did that kind of scale, multi-scale thing come out? Like, when did that become a thing?
It's been a thing for a while, I want to say, but it really got popular. I would say, what, Mike, maybe the last 10, 12 years or so? Sorry, I'm just trying to show you guys that the tone doesn't really change.
Mike Shred says multi-scale for life.
For life. I thought I saw another question up here. I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's see if we missed any questions.
I don't think we've seen anything else. It was just a lot of emotes.
A lot of hype in chat. Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah, people like that.
the degen era and has expanded from there.
Gent
Yeah,
era.
gent.
Okay, so I'm finally able to play and have it sound not like shit. So it sounds equally as amazing. Once again, this is a mahogany body with the Fishmans that have been custom installed into this guitar.
I like it. It sounds amazing.
It really does. It's one of my best sounding guitars.
Those pickup
next
look
to
nice
that
too.
Kiesel.
I'm very big on like design and aesthetic, and that looks like the pickups and stuff kind of it goes well with like the way it's laid out.
Yeah. It's just a great guitar. The gloss, shout out to Kyle that hooked me up with this. He picked the gloss against what I was thinking, but I'm so glad that he like stuck to his guns because it just is very sexy.
They're all very sexy. I gotta ask, what's the next, if that's not your dream guitar that you just purchased, do you have any guitar that you would want to get after that you probably, and what makes it something that you actually want next if there's another one?
Yes, there is. I actually have 2 more Kiesels that are being worked on right now. Like Ray, I was able to pick literally everything about it, and they are both going to be multi-scales. One's a 6-string, one's a 7-string. They are going to be absolutely sexy. I'm expecting them in September-ish.
Ooh.
And the reason that I'm getting them is because I'm at that point in my guitar playing where I demand a lot of the instrument that I play. And I've been burned too many times from, I'll say, production guitars. Like, for instance, say Jackson in the metal community, music community is kind of known as having really shit quality control. Mm-hmm. So you'll spend, I don't know, $1,000 on a Jackson and it'll just be really subpar. There'll be routing issues, there'll be soldering issues, things like that. And I just got to the point where I just don't want to deal with that. The money that I spend, I want it to go to the place that I want it to go to, which is where Schecter does really good. They prioritize playability and quality control over anything else, which is why I have had so many of them.
That's understandable. Plus, you know, you want it. There's nothing like having something customized that you want exactly the way you want it.
Exactly. So I have 2 on the way. This was really kind of an impulse purchase. I just saw it, found it. It was a good deal. And I was like, okay, let's go balls deep.
Yeah, I mean, I think that one was a no-brainer, especially like you said, for the price and the find. It was kind of like, okay, we got to do this.
Yep. Maybe not have been the smartest financial decision I've ever made, but I'm not known for those.
I think we all have that kind of impulse buy sometimes, but you know, I think that was a good one.
It helps, and I have no problem spending money on like necessarily guitars or like pedals, just stuff for us to have fun on stream, because I really want everybody to know that is in my stream. If you do decide to cheer bits or gift subs, things like that, it goes directly back into the stream for us to check out a different guitar, or for me to be able to get strings, because strings are expensive, and when you play as much as I do, you got to change strings like every 2 weeks. You know, there's cost associated with doing this to be, you know, an entertainer for people, and I never prioritize or ask people to contribute to the cause, but when they do, I always go out of my way to make sure it goes right back into being able to facilitate this.
Yeah, that's the same way we think about it. Everything that we get, it goes right back into everything, making the production better, sounding better, equipment, and also you already know, like the lighting and everything that we have.
Yeah.
It's you know, all of that is money. Everything when you go live, everything. So yeah, and that's very understandable. So I usually like to ask this at the end of the stream, and usually it's so Davo, oh hey honey. I always ask the 12 songs of the soundtrack of your life. I know you've seen a few of your friends here before, and it's usually the 12 songs that you either explain your life in 12 songs. Like, it could be the first song you learn how to play on guitar. It could be the song that reminds you of your childhood, the song that you and your dad probably share. Like for Father's Day, there's a song that, you know, that remind you of your dad, or outings when you were growing up, and or anything that you really feel represents the way you feel now. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, so I love to hear this 12 songs of the soundtrack of Nico's life.
Nice. Well, I did read the PDF that you sent me, and I prepared. I have the list ready to go.
All right, let's do it. Let's hear it.
So this is going to kind of go chronologically in order of like me growing up to now and life and things like that. So the first song that I remember hearing was Paradise City from Guns N' Roses. I remember my dad we'd go to the spring flings in Los Angeles at, I think, Woodley Park, because he was a big Mopar guy. And when we were in the car, this song would come on, and he'd tease me because it's got that line, "Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty." Right. And I was like 5, 6 years old. Girls had freaking cooties. I didn't want nothing to do with them.
Aww.
And he would always tease me and I'd get all red and flustered and things like that. And it's just like a really happy memory I have with my dad of that song coming on and him giving me shit from age 5 to now. The next song that I have here is Crawling from Linkin Park. It was the first song that kind of introduced me to a harsher vocal, and I didn't really understand the significance of this song until I was older and like had a brain for depression and things like that. And then he died, unfortunately. The next song that I have here is Tear Away from Drowning Pool. It was one of the first like songs I had on my Sony Bean MP3 player, and this song and the next song all kind of happened right after my grandma died when I was in 8th grade, and I was just like in a really shit spot. I was super close with my grandma. She would make Italian food and we'd go and just hang out. She was grandma, and
Italian grandmas are the best. They're so amazing.
She passed away. She was like 80 something. So looking back, she had a really full life, 4 or 5 kids. Everybody's doing okay. So it was a bittersweet thing. But at the time it was my really first significant death. And it stuck with me. So the next song I have is Wish You Were Here from Pink Floyd.
Oh, I love that one.
It's very nice.
It just, anybody that kind of passes away, I listen to that song. And then another song called Grain really stuck with me when I was when I get really bad into the brain and being depressed. Grain kind of makes me feel like I'm not alone, despite being a very depressing song by itself. The next song on to happier things like power metal. This was my first introduction to power metal from my dad. I remember going to the beach, and there was a place called Tower Hobbies by Huntington Beach, and
that's so nice
they had
over there.
they had all kinds of stuff there. All the metal, anything you could think of, and we picked up Tears of the Mandrake from Ed Guy. And that was my first introduction into power metal. And I was just like, holy crap, this is the best music I've ever heard. It's like, take Iron Maiden and the best of Metallica and put that in a genre. And that was Ed Guy and Avantasia.
Yeah.
So
Great
that
one.
specifically Tears of the Mandrake. And then likewise, the guy that wrote Ed Guy's music, his name's Tobias Sammet. He has a side project, and his side project is called Avantasia, and they're actually bigger than Ed Guy now. There's a song that he did called The Scarecrow. It's like a 12, 13 minute just awesomeness song. If you have the time, definitely go listen to it. It's a journey. It's wonderful. You will not be sad that you heard it. And then my first kind of introduction to really harsh vocals, like what we know as metal today, I heard Innis Mona from Elevati with my buddies after like we were playing guitar or some shit. And I heard that, and that opening like melody was just, it's super catchy. I think I can have it here and play just a tiny opening snippet.
It's funny how like a lot of
So that caught me, and it was a total earworm.
wow.
Like,
Yeah.
I was obsessed with it.
Gonna say
It was the coolest thing.
It's funny how like a lot of these metal bands have like some interesting names.
Yeah, like Elevati. What the fuck is that? I don't know.
Love that.
So, likewise, about the same time, my friend showed me the band Death. And the first song that we learned was Crystal Mountain. We learned it together. We almost played it for our high school talent show, but we were denied being able to play a band called Death. But Crystal Mountain, that was the song that freaking did it for me. I learned how to play it, had fun, learned a lot, and that was it. Shortly after, this would be circa 10th grade-ish, so 2010, I heard a band called Karok Angren. I heard specifically a song called Bloodstains on the Captain's Log, and this was the first harsh vocals that I heard that I could really understand what he was saying, because his diction and enunciation is just absolutely perfect, that I got addicted to it. It's like symphonic horror black metal. It's absolutely wonderful. And then I kind of got into melodic death metal really heavy, like think In Flames, Dark Tranquillity, Morse Principium Est. And the song that I picked from that segment is a cipher from Dark Tranquillity. I forget what album it's off of, but it just has this really opening, chunky riff that gets it going, and it got stuck in my head. I got hyper focused on it, and that was it. I've said that was it a lot. Oh well. And then
I was hooked.
Yep, that's it. That's all she wrote. Take me off the grill. I'm medium rare. So the next song that I have here is the first 7-string song that I learned. The reason that I got this guitar 2-ish years ago now, and that's Catastrophist from Trivium. It unlocked an entire just, all right, I have a new addiction, metalcore. I found it 10 years later than it existed when it was at its hype, but I found it, and
it wasn't too late.
Now I'm in it. Let's see. And then my 12th song is a recent addiction, because now I'm kind of getting into like doing sweeps and arpeggiated stuff. And this song Selkies from Between the Buried and Me has the prettiest guitar solo in existence. I cannot play it yet. I have an idea of how to, but my fingers just literally do not work well enough in order to do it. So that would be my 12 songs.
I think those are
awesome.
Those are great. Such a list. Variety.
Yeah, I tried to just get them in there, but I had to give a little backstory to why I picked them. So,
all right, so let's do a really fast lightning speed round of questions, and don't think about it too hard, because they should be really easy or hard. But I think usually for guitarists, I think they just automatically know. 5 favorite guitarists of all time.
Guitarists of all time. Okay. I have to say Matt Heafy, because he's daddy Heafy. Next influential guitar player would probably be Van Halen, because the tapping. Let me think. I really didn't idolize a lot of really shredders.
For 5 bands that you feel like
He's drawing a blank.
I am. I'm like misfire over here. 5 bands. That's a lot easier. Between the Buried and Me, Karok Angren, Iron Maiden, Trivium, and we'll go with Slayer.
all right.
Slayer.
Awesome.
Favorite food?
Pasta.
Pasta. Yes.
I'm an Italian boy.
Yeah. You have to say pasta, right?
I need the carbs.
You need it. Let me see. Let me think of one more. Oh, what's your sign?
There you go.
Scorpio.
Ooh, okay. See, Sally looks like a it would be owned by a scorpion.
A scorpion.
Yeah. It looks like that. It looks like it's an animal or a creature, like a spider or a scorpion. And it's very
So that red one looks nice.
Oh, that one looks like it would be owned by a Scorpio too.
Uh-huh.
That's me right there. That's my Mars and Scorpio like drooling over that one.
This guitar has black winters in it, so it's just an absolute metal shredder. The paint job is called Blood Moon.
Yeah. Ooh.
And I had to have
blood.
it.
It looks like the color of the moon when it looks like, it's red. That makes sense.
I had to have it. It's just way too sexy.
Yeah, red is my favorite color. What's your favorite?
Red. Blood red.
Favorite color.
I approve the name. Oh, does that one have a name? The red one? It's just Blood Moon.
That is Amelia.
Amelia. Oh,
yeah.
right. Sally and both of them super sexy chicks right there. I love them.
Oh yeah. I've had, let me think. I had a Hellraiser a while back, and that one's name was Lilith.
Ooh.
From like Supernatural.
Okay.
But I don't have that guitar anymore.
Oh, Pimp got one.
Oh, he got one.
What's your guilty pleasure music outside of metal?
That's a good one, Pimp.
Don't hate me, but country. Like the modern, like cheesy ass pop country.
Like, don't break my heart, my achy breaky heart. That one?
Sure. You have a couple drinks in me, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh no, he's gonna move to Texas, guys. Don't be surprised.
There it is. There's the sign.
Now you know. and Damo had a cowboy hat yesterday. Yeehaw! He looks great.
I actually have cowboy boots too.
Yeah, Damo's all about the country stuff.
Yeah.
I got cowboy boots. I got me a truck. I just don't have a dog or a girl to lead me.
You already got the accent coming out.
Look at that.
The accent's already coming out.
Texas, you got another Californian coming your way, okay? Be aware. But he's a shredder, so your country bands are gonna have to have a shredder now in there and start a new genre.
That's funny. We were actually talking about this. Oh God, recently, because sometimes I'll adopt accents like just out of the blue, and lately it's been Canadian ones because like Mike's Canadian, Alex is Canadian, Chainbrain is Canadian. Let me think, who else is Canadian? Like there's so many Canadian metal streamers, and I just like
Greer,
yeah, Greer. I'll immediately adopt a Canadian accent. Like, what are you talking about? And
Zach, he asked a question.
Oh, what was your question?
Relaxander.
Oh, right here. Canadian. Nice. You know my connection to Slipknot. Wait, that's a statement, I think, right?
But
Zach. Okay, so Zach is he has some social stuff. He's asking me what's the song or band that made me pick up the guitar to begin with.
Aha.
Oh, okay.
Well, considering the first song that I learned was Metallica, I'm probably going to have to go with Metallica. Definitely. Because I heard, like, Master of Puppets and the Four Horsemen, and I was just like, this is what a guitar player should be.
So is Master of Puppets your favorite Metallica album?
No, Ride the Lightning is.
Oh, okay.
Because it's Ride the Lightning.
Yeah.
You get Fight Fire with Fire. You get Ride. You get For Whom the Bell Tolls, Fade to Black, Creeping Death. Like, it's just a solid as fuck album.
You're right. That's really a hard one. That's a hard one.
Definitely.
Oh man, I had one more and now I forgot. Sheesh.
How do you like your meat?
Well, he said medium rare. That's what I paid attention.
I thought that was just a quote, though.
Oh, is it? Is it, or am I wrong?
No, but I do love medium rare.
Okay.
We went to Outback earlier for Father's Day, and I had a medium rare sirloin. It is the only way to consume steak.
Okay. Oh, there's one more question. If you can collab with anyone else that's a Twitch streamer, who would it be?
That's a good question. I think me, Mike, and Destro are going to be working on a collab cover song.
Ooh, insider, guys.
Yeah, it's very in its infant stages. We just kind of talked about it like in each other's streams, like we should do that, and we haven't just like pulled the trigger and picked a song. So we need to. That's the next thing that I have going on. Collabing with somebody, I don't know. I always joke around with Mike because he's a very shreddy guy and I'm a very riff heavy guy, and the song that we did together is pretty solid. And I don't know, his stuff is very complicated and my stuff is not as complicated, but it's like
you marry the two together and it makes something amazing. So.
Yeah.
Yes,
I agree.
yes. But he's in Canada, so it makes things hard. So that's kind of been the squeeze. Mike is amazing. He's amazing.
Very nice.
I can't wait to see you, Mike, in action. I'm following you already, so
gotta check you out for sure.
You gotta let us know when you're live. Actually, it's fine. You can totally say it on the stream. I don't mind. We don't mind, and we're all friends here.
let me put it this way. Mike can play Moonlight Sonata on his guitar, like the shreddy stuff. He can play Winter Madness from Winter Sun. He's a
Flight of the Bumblebee.
Amazing vocalist. He's just perfect.
Oh, Thursday we could catch him 3 p.m. Eastern time. Thursdays and Thursday
through Monday.
Oh wow, okay, that's solid then. I'm gonna have to go in there and remember 3 p.m. Eastern time. Mike Shreds. So it was so fun to have you here, Nico. You're amazing. Not only an amazing shredder, amazing guy, and plus we're gonna meet at TwitchCon this year, so it's gotta happen.
Yes, absolutely.
And Ray Martini, also he's gonna be there, so that's gonna be fun.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, we're all gonna have a good time.
Party
like it's 1999.
This isn't gonna be like one of those prom things. I promise. It's gonna be amazing with metal music.
Fuck prom.
Oh, dude! Like all the metal streamers and music streamers, I'm so happy to be like a part of it. Like, I'm glad that Twitch is kind of paying attention to what's happening here with the music category. I really think if they continue doubling down, they can be and will continue to be the kings of the live stream platform shit.
Yeah, I think that right now it's getting to that point where it's like they're listening to us a little bit more. So I don't know, what is it that you think should improve, or what would you like to see on the platform for musicians on Twitch?
Musicians, I would like to see just the difference for like discoverability, because right now all across the platform, no matter what you're doing, discoverability is like Twitch's biggest problem.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have been complaining about like revenue splits and shit like that, and I don't necessarily want to get into that, but the discoverability thing I think would be a big thing to help like somebody that has decent content and looks good, sounds good. I feel like that should kind of be promoted a little bit more. But they've kind of been doing it with front page rotations lately. A lot of good music metal people have been on front page lately. But I think Twitch is paying attention because, like, look at a channel like Chainbrain, right? He gets so much influx and support for the platform and for himself. And for the size of his like average viewership, things like that, like the percentage, if you look at the percentage of concurrent viewers and the amount of input that's happening for Twitch, I think it's way more than like say a gamer of a similar viewership. I think people just tend to be very supportive of music and enjoying people that do play music and can laugh and have fun. I think that's going to be the next thing, and I think that that's why. Don't quote me on anything. I could be absolutely wrong about numbers and things. I'm just kind of pulling them out of my butt, but that's just kind of like the trend that I've seen, at least on the platform so far.
Butt riff.
Again. Yeah, we had to just say that again.
Butt riff. Butt rock.
So do you want to close this out with one of your originals? Do you have that available?
Yes. The Mike one with Mike?
I don't think he has that available.
Oh.
I do, but I don't have it through Spotify. So we'd have to spend like a minute or two making sure that the audio doesn't blow you out.
Okay.
If that's something that you guys want to do, because it's a cool song. I very much enjoy it, and yeah. So let me see if I can figure this out.
Okay, let's do it.
Not that. Stop share. That's
And
not
then
what was
after that?
share. Okay, this should. I don't know if it'll play to where you guys hear. Are you guys hearing it?
Yeah, we hear it.
You do?
Yep.
Okay. Let me get the guitar. I have too many cables.
So everyone, after this song, we're gonna go out and raid someone amazing. So stick around and show some love and support. And thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us and listening to what Nico has to provide and the education behind it and his backstory. With some fun stuff.
It's been great to be here. And like I said, I'll reiterate, anybody that has questions about guitar or how to set this audio shit up, feel free to reach out. You know, I'm on Discord. I'm in the Yen's Discord, and I love helping people get to where they want to be, assuming they're willing to put in the work and, be a conducive relationship.
Make sure you're following him. Support Dethroned Deity. I'm about to have a hard time saying that too.
I messed you up. No.
Dethroned.
Dethroned Deity.
Dethroned. That's dethroned.
I sometimes get a lot of people. I sometimes get a lot of people that'll read it fast and I can't believe I'm going to say this because it's going to stick, but sometimes they'll misread it as deep throat.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Here's the song.
All right, let's do it.
There you go. That is the original.
That was amazing. Thank you, Nico. That was so... I want to hear more originals. And if you guys want to hear more about Nico and his originals and all his amazing, beautiful guitars, go follow him. The next time... When is the next time we can catch you live on your channel?
I'm not sure, because normally, like, in 8 minutes, I would start streaming, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do a stream tonight. It's Father's Day. Might want to go spend some time with Dad. But,
sure.
Otherwise, on Monday, once I get home from my internship, I'm gonna start streaming probably about 6 p.m. Pacific. That is the next time I will be doing the lives.
Oh, can't wait to see you. And thanks again, Nico. And guys, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your night. Thanks everybody for being here. And I hope to catch you on the next stream. We love you. And stay for the raid. And take care of yourselves and everyone around you. We love you. Bye.
Thanks for having me. Bye.